So, I have an idea
Uh-huh.
to start off the episode. How about I take a bite of this Wrigley's Double Mint gum and unwrap it and start chewing it for the rest of the episode just to make editing Christian mad.
I'm not going to fix it. You're just going to ruin the episode sound.
I'm doing ASMR. I should have told you. Want a piece of gum?
Guys, you guys want an ASMR episode?
I'm going to swallow the gum. Don't worry. I'll swallow it in like a minute.
He, like, actually eats gum. It's, like, really upsetting.
I heard that it's not that bad. I
It's
heard
just
from,
upsetting to see
I
you
heard
do
from
that.
a very good source of mine that
Source?
me
Yeah.
in the mirror.
Source? I made it up. It's not
I
real.
don't tell
I
you who
made
it's
it
from.
up.
The source can't be non-liable.
Okay. Well,
We went to see a new movie yesterday.
yesterday, last night.
See, gum gone.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we did.
I
I will say, for the year of summer movies, or just in summertime in general, you know, it's July. It's really hot outside, so you can't really go out and do things outside. We were like, let's do something inside. And thankfully, the theaters have brought us with a lot of good selections, I'd say, for July. I mean, as someone who's seen Jurassic World, that was kind of a mid selection. I wouldn't say bad, just mid.
I gotta see it still.
I haven't seen F1 yet. I was just telling Christian that I went to try to see it as like a double feature last night, and I was the only person in my theater because, you know, it's been out for like a month now. And I
You'd have been the only person in the theater if it just came out, brother. What are you talking
it's
about?
a good movie. People are saying it's up there, but I ended up going and sitting in it. And I watched for like the first 20 minutes, and I was like enjoying my time. I'm like, oh, this is actually gonna be like a really good movie. And then the lights come up, and it's almost like kind of shocking. You're like, oh, because all the lights just shoot up with the sound.
My roommate,
Gray,
no.
Brady. Gunk?
Okay, yeah, I wasn't gonna say anybody's names, but yeah, he did not like F1.
Dude, yeah,
He said it was like garbage.
That was kind of crazy. He was like, I don't like F1. I'm like,
I don't blame him though. He
I have-
explained the movie to me. I probably won't like it either.
I have faith because I like Top Gun Maverick.
Hey guys, it's me,
It's the same
ASMR
guy.
Christian.
Who made Top Gun Maverick? Oh, you didn't have to do that.
It's probably horribly loud.
We're not sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
Can't tell it was a Dr. Pepper.
What's even worse is you didn't offer me a Dr. Pepper. I had to get my own water.
Yeah, you didn't ask,
Then
and then you
again-
took your own water.
Well, you were in your room playing Tarkov. I will say,
Always will.
I don't know. I've been feeling kind of sick recently, so I needed some water, not soda. I did something stupid, and I like. You want to hear my because I was editing something.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know what my editing stay up late mix was? It was one of those like C2 energy drinks, you know, like the Jolly Rancher ones.
Yeah.
Some Sprees, saltine crackers, an old 2-day pizza, and a Heineken.
That sounds horrific. That sounds like a horrific night.
So you know that to about 3-4 a.m. In like a cold room.
What, last night? I was up till like 3 or 4 a.m.
But playing video.
playing Tarkov.
You had a better time than I did. Well,
I've
really,
also got no backlog of stuff to edit, so
really I ended up, what was it called? I did I don't know what did I end up. I ended up like kind of getting off the computer by 2. And I just sat in my room, or you know, where I'm staying right now. But I don't know. It was just fun. But anyway, let's maybe talk about the thing we want to talk about today. You know, it's fun little banter because we are making this a full episode.
talking about the boys. So Homelander.
Yeah, the Homelander movie just came out.
The Homelander.
But it was so weird. They like recasted him to give him like brown hair and actually like, you know, I don't know. I like Homelander 1 better.
I like Homelander 1 a lot because
They
we
had
get
in the movie too, though. That was really fun.
That's true, but we get his backstory more too, and we get to see him with his family, you know, in Missouri that he grew up in, and I mean, we get to see like his actual real room, and I think the kid who plays him really was a good actor to show like how weird it is to be like an alien in the world. I think he really showed the complexity of that really well. He did a great
Yeah,
job.
the boys, totally. We're not talking about
We're
the
talking
boys.
about Superman.
I mean, if Vought wants to sponsor us, we'll talk about Homeland.
I mean, yeah, I'll talk about Homelander
We'll
if
talk. We'll talk. We maybe talk Gen V when that comes out.
yeah, we'll see.
I know so many people are confused who don't watch anything superheroes, but today we're gonna stop the jokes. We're talking about Superman 2025.
Superman.
Did you know originally this movie was supposed to be called Superman Legacy? But I guess, it's easier to like sell a title quick and easy, like especially for newer fans. Like for some people, this will be their first Superman movie ever to the younger generation in theaters.
Genuinely, I don't think I'm a little bit spoilers for the episode, I guess.
Yeah, spoilers. By the way.
But I don't think there's a better Superman movie for anyone to start off on. To be honest, it's pretty good.
That's a fair,
like a solo Superman movie. I don't think there's a better movie for kids to start on than this one.
If you asked me 20 years ago, because it's a good starter question.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first Superman movie you watched? Animated, otherwise, whatever.
I'm sure I watched some sort of animated Superman movie first. Like I'm sure that's probably where it is. But the first one I can remember was
Man of Steel.
Yeah,
2013.
so.
So we were
10.
10.
Yeah.
10-year-old, and you were 11, but 20. Early tween us. Like it was definitely up there for me. I think Man of Steel is one. It's definitely the most rewatched Superman movie because it's the one I owned. I think the first one I watched, probably on cable, or maybe when I was a kid, was Superman Returns because I was 3. But I remember going to movies still, like when I like in 2005.
Let's say I'd like to kind of throw it because I think this is going to end up being a keeping it short because I mean
Really?
I don't think there's a lot to critique. There's not a lot to really.
There's not. I mean, I got points on.
Yeah, I mean, there's points and stuff, but I just don't think it's going to be a super long episode. But just to kind of get out of the way, what's your initial? What would you say your number rating for it is out of 10?
Let's get off to the start. Well, so unlike some people, I actually went to see Superman early. I'm not early, but like I went and saw it like Thursday, or Friday. And then I wanted to go see it with you because you're kind of busy this weekend. And so I got to watch it initially. So when I first watched it, I thought it was a bit jumbled up. I was kind of averaging like a 7.
I thought that was interesting.
Like a 6.57. So it was kind of like in the middle.
And our other friend were very, like you guys were both talking about like, oh, it's a rewatch helped me out a lot. I was confused as to where you guys were. It's such a like because a cookie cutter movie.
Because now I'm sitting on like a cool 8, arguably an 8.5.
I think I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
That's fair.
It may even be the first 10 I've seen this year.
Could you tell me why? I'm not saying like it's an argument. I'm saying as yourself, why did this? Because this is also one of the questions you jump on. Does it feel great to finally have, in some people's words, a real Superman movie again?
It does feel like it feels like they did Superman correct. I find it interesting because I'm actually not a big fan of Superman. I don't hate him or anything. The only character from the DC universe that I really don't like is the Flash.
Like in general, or just because like his media?
I don't like him because he's too strong. Like Superman's too strong too, but he can be defeated. Like the Flash, it doesn't make sense when he loses ever really. Like he shouldn't be able to lose.
He's so fast.
Yeah,
so shouldn't be able to see him.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you make the character so fast that he can just do whatever he wants. Basically, then he can do whatever he wants.
I think you have to just make. Well, the thing about that is like
I like realistic speedsters. Yeah. Like I like
their max speed is maybe like 600 miles an hour.
Well, who's the chick from Eternals?
Makari.
Yeah, Makari. Yeah, she's like as fast as I want to. Like I want a speedster to be really fast or whatever, but he doesn't necessarily have to be like Superman is like hard to ride around because he's so strong. I feel like the Flash is really hard to ride around because he's so fast. But I just dislike the Flash more. Even though I like his interactions with his villains and stuff. He's a good character. It's just I haven't seen a story that hasn't been in comic form at least that I've liked.
That's funny about you talking about like the villains too. Because in this movie, and I don't really know too much about the engineer. I think she is a comic character, but it's fun that we do see a pretty decent cutlery of of the Rogues Gallery from
Mm-hmm.
Superman's line, because for me, I'm a little bit more of a Superman fan, but I'm not too much bigger. Like
Yeah.
if we're talking his rogues, obviously there's like General Zod, there's Doomsday, there's Darkseid. We're talking more obscure ones like Mr. Mxyzptlk, Parasite,
Um,
something
the
like
only
that.
other Superman that I've seen that I liked is the show Superman.
Which Superman show?
I think it's the newest one of the
Oh, the
lot.
Superman and Lois.
Yes.
That
No,
one's
that's not the animated one, is it?
animated Superman.
Is
Oh,
Superman and Lois
my
is
Adventures with Superman.
Superman
Where
and
it's kind of
Lois is
like
the live action one, right?
right.
Where
You're saying
is
Tyler Holken.
I think that's the Superman.
He's the Superman from Supergirl, but this is like in an alternate universe where they're older and they have sons. That show actually just wrapped up.
He fights Doomsday in that, right?
In the final season, he fights Doomsday.
And Doomsday is Bizarro Superman, right?
I didn't get that far.
Okay.
I have still to catch up. I'm on season 2, so I've seen some of it. But for what I've seen, it's a good show. I actually not prefer, because I've watched Superman my entire life. But to get into those shows, I watched part of Supergirl. I loved Krypton, which was like a spinoff show about his grandfather on Krypton, which got like 2 seasons and then kind of got canceled, which was sad. And then obviously this one. But I think you're talking about My Adventures with Superman. Is it kind of like anime inspired texture?
No, I'm talking about a live action show.
Oh,
I think it is Superman and
cartoon.
Lois.
Okay.
But that Superman is a really good depiction of a live action.
He's very good.
And I like Boy Scout Super. This movie is the first movie or media that I've seen from Superman besides like the cartoons that has made me care about Superman. I want to see more of this Superman. I like the Superman. I like Lex a lot.
Lex Luthor was done really well. I didn't know how to feel about it because I think maybe it's because we've been done so dirty with. Well, there's 2 things. We've been done so dirty with the recent Lex. Good actor, Jesse Eisenberg, everything, but he was miscasted. But then we also have such a crazy good and like animated version of Lex for the past couple of years.
And I think the animated version of Lex has molded what I want him to be.
He's been so infamously good. Like he's the one especially from the Justice League TV show.
He needs to be
is so good.
He needs to be kind of muscular. I kind of want a Lex. Like I'm not dissing this Lex. I think he did a great job, and I loved him as a character.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult did.
He did the character very well. But I think a lot of people want a buff Lex,
a little bit of a beefier Lex.
Because I mean, there's that scene where he's like curling in the animated show, and he's talking to Clark, and he's like, "You feel this? This is real hard. Like I'm human, and I did this." And that's like his whole thing. But this Lex is more. He is more, I think, conniving. In a way, I really like how they did him. He felt fresh. It felt like a fresh take on him.
He's still a business tycoon, and it is a fresh take.
It's a fresh take with a good actor, but it's not so fresh that it's a different character.
Well, that's what's fun about it is that I remember hearing in like interviews and also like other critics talking about it, that they were like, because what's awesome about this movie as well, not just with Lex Luthor, but about the movie is. They're very respectful to the previous films, more so the Reeves films from the 70s. But with those ones, especially with Lex, you can see a bit of, because in that one, Lex is more of a business tycoon guy.
Yeah.
And so you think about back in the day, that kind of is a dated thing a bit, where it's like, oh, he's such a mustache twirling villain where he's doing all this for business and real estate is crazy. But we see that a bit. To a lesser extent, this is about there's a bit of a border war going on, but he's using it to get territory, and it's kind of fun.
It's interesting because I think I would probably strongly say that Lex is Superman's archenemy. He is the biggest guy
because this guy hates him the most. Obviously he's like Brainiac and Darkseid, but Lex Luthor on the daily wants to just because for Lex there's so many contemplated things He hates him for being the hero when he wants to be a hero, even though he's not doing ethical things. He hates him because he's an alien, and it's just so much it's almost like he's looking into himself, and he's like, that's the better man, but he got it for free.
Well, so the thing is
envy.
The biggest. So when it comes to the Justice League, Superman and Lex are two sides of a very different
You
coin.
also have the Doom or Legion of Doom. Yeah.
You have a man who is the most human, most vulnerable, sweet person you've ever met,
Mm-hmm.
who encompasses the human experience, and he's not human.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a man who is almost alien in the way that he is vengeful, and the way that he is smart. He's smarter than any other human, basically.
Yeah.
And it's just so interesting because they have this thing of like power versus brains, and it's humanity versus like immoral behavior. But it's interesting because it's not the human in this situation. And then you break down like Batman is like he's one step away from being a lot of his villains,
Mm-hmm.
and like Superman could at any point, if he wanted to, like subjugate people, but he doesn't. And I'm happy to see a take on Superman where he is the good guy.
He's also just so good, and I think that's maybe what we needed.
I wonder if it's just because we also have burnout from like evil Superman.
That's probably what it is, because we've had for the past 10 years, the no hate towards Henry Cavill, because he was playing his role, and he definitely brings a lot of energy.
I love him as Superman,
but
I
wish, but everyone definitely
normal.
was. I remember when I watched Justice League though, like the first one, even though I have my problems with that film now that the Snyder Cut came out. So when we got to see him in a bit more of a colorful suit, and he got to be a bit more heroic, we were starting to be like, okay, this is our chance to finally see him be a bit more hopeful. He's gone through his little, we're going to probably recession. We're going to start lighting him up a bit. And then obviously Warner Brothers kind of did the whole shift and turn, and he didn't get casted again for another like 5 years. But like, this one though, like you were saying, it feels like we're going back to formula of what we want, where the guy is so good at being a hero and so nice.
Yeah.
Even in this movie, they talk about it, that he doesn't care necessarily about world politics or anything. He's just doing it to help people in general. He's like saving squirrels. He's checking out pedestrians before he gets back in the fight. Even when he's fighting a kaiju.
Yeah.
He wished that they would have neutralized it in a less inhumane way.
And then also, I think this is I don't think that they missed a singular casting this movie.
Oh, the casting for everybody is solid.
Everybody might be my favorite version of that character I've ever seen.
Lois Lane was great. Jimmy Olsen feels like Jimmy in the comics. Also, he's a player. He's a Rizzler.
And he killed it. I think he did a great job.
Guy was great. Nathan Fillion. We didn't see too much from Hawk Girl, but I feel like if we give her more stuff, she'll be fun.
She screamed, I think, more than she talked.
I thought,
to be honest,
I thought that was really funny. Just her little.
Yeah, I will say, I think there is a little bit to be said about the flying scenes looking a little weird. But I think that they're
like the camera move.
But the thing is I think it's supposed to look like comics. I think it's all supposed to look like comics. So I really like the style. It fits. It fits well.
It's also a hard transition where like this movie has changed it up a bit, where it's doing something so different, and it seems like a lot of people are enjoying it.
Yeah,
and people like to be impressed by something new always.
I want the Batman of this universe. I really, really want to see a Batman movie in this universe and this style.
We are gonna get that. I don't know year yet. They're still casting Batman, or they haven't announced it yet.
I want that.
Brave and the Bold.
I want a Wonder Woman movie. It sucks. I know like everyone's rogues gallery except Wonder Woman. I know that she's got Cheetah, and I know she has some other people.
Yeah, I'm not too.
I'm not a big Wonder Woman, but I think this could be the jumping off point that like they make a good Wonder Woman movie like they did for Superman and just did the character. I think I would love Wonder Woman.
I liked Wonder Woman 1 and back in.
I just don't really like the Wonder Woman movies.
I didn't like 2. But 1 for me. I remember when the hype came around it and everyone liked it. I think the third act.
I need a good Green Lantern movie.
So we're not getting a Lantern movie just yet, but we are getting a show called Lanterns. I think next year.
A good Aquaman movie would be nice. I'm not saying that Jason Momoa's Aquaman's bad, but
so he actually just got recasted because obviously some people got to stay on with their roles. Like we obviously Amanda Waller's the same. I think Harley Quinn might stay the same. Peacemaker's obviously transferring the universes.
Oh yeah, I really liked seeing Peacemaker in that. That was really cool.
He's getting in. Season 2 comes out in August.
I think I don't know. So okay,
can we talk about for a second real quick? My favorite character,
Sure.
Mr. Terrific.
Oh, I love Mr. Terrific through
I've
this
heard
movie.
so many people be like, I didn't really know who kind of he is because he's a pretty big player. But
Yeah.
like, if you're not a big Justice League comic nerd or whatever, you know, you don't really see him too much. The fact that
This is our first time seeing him live action, right?
second time because we saw him in the Arrowverse TV show for Arrow.
Oh,
but
I
he
didn't watch
But he
it.
didn't do too much tech stuff. He's because obviously it's more vigilante based.
He was so cool in this movie.
But in this one, like I mean,
he's cold.
Eddie Gathegi, I think I said his name right, just finally got his time to shine as a crazy good supporting character. I mean, I've seen him in other stuff like X-Men, Into the Badlands, Twilight, like all these other movies he's in. But like he got to rock, and I didn't see him. I saw Mr. Terrific.
Oh yeah,
he is this fun, genuine, but like kind of insignificant. Like not insignificant. He definitely doesn't read people like that. He's more tech based, and he's just so.
I love
funny.
that he's a non-emotional guy around a lot of emotional people.
Him correcting Lois Lane about the T-sphere. She's like, the circle thingies. Circles. You mean the T-spheres? Circles are non three-dimensional.
Yeah, they're
like,
three-dimensional.
It's like in his sequence was probably my favorite sequence when he does the force field and the orbs and stuff.
It's interesting because to put it bluntly, I think it's not dissing any other movie, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not dissing any other movie.
No, yeah, go.
But I don't think in the last 10 years we've had a live action movie about superheroes where they felt like superheroes. Like
That's fair.
Mr. Terrific, he's kind of rude a lot of the time, like in a funny way. He's kind of rude and stuff, but he has banter that feels like a superhero.
I mean, the line he says when he's talking to Superman after he just finished with Ultraman, and he's like, "Hey, stop playing around," and Superman's like,
I'm doing important
I'm
stuff
actually
over here.
doing important stuff. Yeah,
I just
I feel like comic book lines.
there's
you
a
know?
lot. Thinking about the movie, it makes me smile in a way that like
Yeah.
I don't have with like I love the Batman, but Batman in that movie doesn't feel like a classic superhero in a sense.
Are you saying it because it's like even like The Dark Knight is a really good movie, but
Yeah, that Batman
want-
doesn't. He feels like a superhero, but not like a superhero who I can be like I can relate
well, I
to.
think what it is especially with how they did it with the world building
Mhm.
in this movie. We're take place in Metropolis for most of it, and in Metropolis for so many years now, especially even before Superman, people just knew about metahumans existing, so it's no big deal to them that things are like kaijus are happening in the street, and they're just lining up to watch it happen.
And I really, really like that that Superman seems to know everyone in town, like by name.
He was so cool, yeah.
Anybody he talked to, he would usually use their name.
And he'd be their friend.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made it so much more convincing, even though like you obviously know like in the story, like because there's a thing in the story where Superman at the beginning of the movie, he goes back to his fortress and he watches a message from his parents from Krypton, and it's, I don't know the actress, but the Jor-El was played by Bradley Cooper, who's
The mom was the chick who plays Scarlet Witch, wasn't it?
No.
She looks a lot like her. Pull it up. Pull up a picture. Tell me that she doesn't look like her. I thought it was her.
I looked it up now. The reason why he casted Bradley Cooper was because he voices Rocket Raccoon in Guardians.
Yeah.
So it's like fun casting because there's a lot of sneak casting in there. But like he reads the message and his parents are saying like, "You are our son, our hope. We
love you more than heaven and
then
sky
the message
and earth."
cuts off, but he treasures it because he goes, "They sent me here to be a good person to help people,
to be the last light of Krypton."
Right. And then, but then Lex Luthor attacks the fortress. He gets the rest of the tape. They're able to describe it, and basically it finds out that
his parents were like, "Oh, they're weak. You should."
They weren't who they thought they
live
were.
well.
That was kind of a twist. For me, that's something that I'm kind of if and oh on, just because I really like Jor-El being a person. I'm not saying you can't deny that Krypton's a more superior planet, and it makes sense that they knew that he was going to be different. But the fact that it's that, but I did think for the narrative when you see him being friendly, and then people are scared because he's getting turned into a tyrant.
Yeah,
you can feel the emotional weight because we've seen him be everyone's hero and friend, so it feels like you're getting betrayed.
I think it's interesting because it serves to be this I don't feel like it's a twist to be real.
It's more of a
and
change
also
in the tone.
I didn't think that Jor-El me personally, I didn't feel like it was a malicious message. I think it was more, it's malicious, but not in the way of go there and subjugate them. He's like, go there and like make these people who don't like, they're in like a backwater
Well,
planet.
it's,
Like
it
you need to
the
like,
the best.
like the Viltrum argument, the Viltrumite argument. Yeah, we'd have to be ruled by Viltrumites, but also we would be technologically advanced. People would live a lot longer. Like I
It's like,
think it's that.
well, it's like talking to like it's like talking down to somebody where
Yes.
you're kind of like, listen, you're like, it's like if I saw like a habitat of like animals, it's like I could fix up their habitat. They didn't ask me to, but
Yeah.
like, and I am talking a bit down on it, but like, I understand. I could see that it is a bit malicious.
Yeah.
It's
It
not like,
doesn't feel like they were like go and like
well, it's not,
kill everybody
well,
and
right,
conquer the
because like
planet.
it's not like like in
Yeah.
Man of Steel where like obviously that Jor-El is like, listen, you just be a good person and save lives, and obviously you have the Codex and you can save our world eventually. But like, or even like, but like with Zod, he was like, no, 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 we're gonna set up the world engine, we're gonna destroy the population of the world, like not like that. It's
Yeah.
a mix.
I think I don't know. And it's like I do like it whenever it was like a like oh like they are like you need to be this people's protector. But I think the reason I like it so much the way that they did it
Uh huh.
is because we get that reveal at the end because they're like oh let's play the video for his parents because he finds it soothing,
And
and
then
then we
it's
get that awesome
the
moment where it's him as a kid.
it's Paul and Ma Kent instead.
I think
Well, because you
it's
see his
just
real
so
parents.
Superman to me. It's so
Well, because he said,
good.
I think it's good because it's, and see, I love how they depict it in a different Superman movie, like the first one, where you just see that he was definitely meant for more, and you see a little bit of a Man of Steel at the end, but like
Mm-hmm.
his parents raised him
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he was different,
Yeah.
but they didn't want him to live a different life. They wanted him to be as human as he could possibly be, but they definitely knew he had more entrusted to him, but they wanted to raise him as their son. He wasn't anything else but their son to him, and he in this movie, even though I would have preferred a little bit more time, I do like the interaction with his parents.
Mm-hmm.
That the speech he had, the chat he has with Pa Kent, and him talking about how proud he is of his son for doing so well and how he's going to be. That basically shifted Clark's narrative about, first of all, bring him back hope that he can do good and help people, and also the fact that he doesn't have to have all this big old burden on his chest. And it also just showed him that like, I've been looking so much at and cherishing the wrong people. I need to
The
cherish
people who aren't even in my life.
Right.
I should be cherishing the people that are in my life. I I think also it's interesting because I like this movie so much because it's given me a genuine want
for
for more Golden Age
comic book
heroes.
And-
Like, and I'm not talking about just DC. I would love to see like a classic Spider-Man movie in this style.
if we, and I mean, it depends on where they're going with, and I don't think they're going to do that with Marvel, because I think with the problem with Marvel, unless they when they start shifting it with, because right now Marvel just started Phase 6. Fantastic Four is Phase 6, and Fantastic Four has its own vibe where it feels a bit of Golden Age,
Mm.
and maybe if they start shifting and working on it, I don't feel like Avengers will be that way. But for Marvel, they did what old DC did, which was superheroes are in the real world and not you're in a superhero world.
Yeah, I like being in a super. I'm in the real world every day.
It's a bit of escapism, and
I
also
like
it's fun.
being in the superhero world. And this movie, the color grading is one thing that I don't know if a lot of other people are gonna appreciate as much. But it felt like we were
It's very overly saturated.
It's very yellow.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
a beautiful way. It felt in my mind, it felt like reading an old Superman comic book that your dad had. That the pages have yellowed, but it's still just as good. Like, I don't know. I haven't had a superhero movie because it's a simple superhero movie.
Yeah.
I just haven't had one be so well done, I guess, in my lifetime. And it feels like
There's, not to be corny, there's hope.
yeah, it feels good because it feels like they're gonna that's a great first step. I think it might be one of DC's best movies.
I think honestly,
I don't know if it's better than Suicide Squad 2 though.
on rewatch,
It might be though for me to watch again.
yeah. On rewatch, I definitely felt more about it because at first I was like, maybe James Gunn bit off more than they could chew, and there's definitely some small things in there like with Ultraman and a bit of the some things. It's really it's only down to a tad. Like I say 8, but 8 is still so high for
I,
me.
I think that so my only issues with the film were Ultraman being a clone is fine, I guess, but it's not like
I wish it like the reveal felt as like more like it felt more
yeah.
serious than it
I
should have
almost
been.
just wish he kept the mask on and there wasn't a reveal.
Or like even
I
if
don't know.
or he kept the mask on, but it was like you could clearly see it was like maybe like I don't know. I don't need to see Two Face like two
Yeah.
different faces. I get that it makes more sense, but I could just if it's like half a face, I don't know, something like that.
I think even that was like I said, I just don't need it to be a clone. I mean, just don't even make it a clone. You know what I mean? Like that's fine to just not
And
have
I
it.
get Ultraman is like an alternate
Yeah,
version of Superman, but like
it's just like I mean that's fine, but it's not like it was like I knew like when they said Ultraman that it was gonna be probably a clone. You know what I mean? Like it didn't really shock
yeah.
me. Which maybe also though it might not be trying to do that, I guess, but it kind
Well,
of feels like it is.
I was thinking to do about this yesterday. It because it takes a lot of homages from the earlier movies.
Mm-hmm.
They because there's an in joke in there. It's not really a joke, it's probably in little hidden credit. He says that he was able to make Ultraman because he found a strand of Superman's hair, and in Superman 4, Nuclear Man was made from a strand of Superman's hair, and it's basically like an evil version of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, evil-ish because in Superman 3 there's actually an evil version, whatever. But like it's just a fun little nod, and I think it's an easy, simple explanation. But I do think they played it like super dramatic that it's a clone, and whenever they do that in any movie with clones, I am kind of like, guys, it's not that serious.
I'm kind of like, oh wow, really? And then I move on.
Because like the fighting was cool with it, but like the reveal part felt a bit serious. But I think like you said, this is just it feels like a very good, like because I think some of my favorite shots from this movie were when they were hiding and revealing people through the sun. There was a lot of lens flares, and then when the character came into frame, it felt really cool. And then when he saves that one woman on the bridge and the building crumbles, and out of the dust you just see this shape of him.
Yeah, dude, that was
red
cool.
And blue and white. It was so good.
It's one of those things where they really captured how he needs to be. And I'm gonna be real. I mean, there are probably issues with the movie that I'm not seeing because it is my first watch.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I just don't think it's gonna go down anymore. It's just a simple movie. It's not like it doesn't need to be this super complex,
it doesn't need to be like
about the human experience and
well, it didn't need to be also like the weight of, and it did because it happened to be the first one, the first major project released in the DCU, because I know Creature Commandos came out, but like
that was really good, by the way.
This is like the first big release, same thing as like Man of Steel was, but seeing as both those were, it was like, hey, this might be the start of the universe, but if you look back at it in like 10 years, this is just gonna be like what Iron Man was, where you can just look back at it as a movie, and as a movie it's just really good.
Yeah.
And also it started off strong so much that like you have all this hype and stuff, and obviously it's Superman, it's gonna be iconic, but you already have all this love and hype for it, and it's only 5 days out of release now, and people are excited for the next things, and we already have, and if this is the tone that we're matching for, obviously everything's going to be a little bit different with each project, but if this is the tone and the world and the universe we're setting in, I'm going to be excited for it.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Because we saw at the end of Superman, and we did see a little bit of Supergirl. That's the next big movie coming out.
Oh, and Crypto looked really good the whole time.
Crypto was
by
super
the way.
good.
I was really worried because I saw him in the trailers and stuff, and he looked fine. But I was really worried there was going to be moments where he just didn't look right. Yeah. He looked good in every single frame he was in. They did a great job with the dog.
So funny enough, I saw it today. Crypto was. There was some modeling that was done with a real dog, but for the most part, it was played by like a little kid. Like this girl was in a mocap suit.
That's funny.
And so she was running around and stuff last year, and so it was really funny to see all that. But yeah, I mean, just the future looks bright, man. I mean, we got Green Lantern shows coming out with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, which will be sick to see them finally in another live action.
Oh, and then so obviously we like the Justice. Was it Justice Gang? Is what
not
they call
the
it?
name. It's not. You're what? Metamorpho, the ugly mug. He can't join the Justice Gang. Justice Gang.
That's a cool name.
You're in.
But they did a great job. Like I think that's a really good Green Lantern. Actually,
well, funny enough,
I love Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner is great, but also even like Nathan Fillion, he's like he's had a huge past as a Green Lantern. He's voiced Hal Jordan in so many animated projects
Yeah.
that it's like, okay, like I trust him
Yeah.
playing like a more douchier
And
version of a Green Lantern.
it was good because, like, I mean, they even stole, well, not stole, but they even homage to the comics, like the big middle finger for the tank and stuff. Like he just does that.
He does the thing.
He's so fun.
That's Guy Gardner.
I like when Superman is chilling with Lois Lane and we see them fighting in the background and you see Guy Gardner just have a big bat and he's like smacking the thing with it. I don't know. It just felt so comic-esque. Like I just want more movies in this style. And I think everybody's been talking about, oh, we need a DC revival or whatever. I think if Marvel is going to be superheroes in the real world, then if DC is superheroes in superhero world, I think they'll be better if they just keep focusing on making them feel like the characters in the comics, and then once we've got the formula down for these amazingly good characters, then we can start doing the evil stuff with them. And then it sucks because you're like, oh, I watched Superman 1 through Superman 4 or whatever, and now they are doing the Injustice line, but it's a different universe or something, so it's not like I'm like, oh dude, I love this Superman.
Yeah,
but like with Henry Cavill Superman, I had no love for that character, so there was I didn't feel torn up about him being evil. I was like, oh, he's just evil Superman.
They also with the old DC, they got it rushed a lot, and that was also because of the whole. It was a lot of things. It was like Warner Brothers took a lot of production on, and they had all these crazy guidelines. They wanted they wanted to catch up to Marvel. They felt that there were things like release dates and stuff that were important. But with this one, it's even been said by James Gunn that he's not worried about setting up and planning out the whole phases and everything. He said he's just going as it is, movie by movie. DC is now a separate entity from Warner Brothers, so they don't have to be under the burden of that either. It feels good.
I hate to say it, if under James Gunn's leadership, Marvel might die. Well, not die, but like,
because they're about to get X-Men after Endgame, and
they better.
Or Doomsday.
I think Fantastic Four is going to be amazing, but I think that they need to do the Fantastic Four right, and then they need to do the next couple movies right, and stop producing horrible trash.
What I'm thinking Marvel's gonna do is, because
I'm not even talking about the movies, I'm talking about shows, all that good stuff.
They're gonna learn from this. They're gonna learn from this movie. They're gonna see the reactions, and they're gonna go, because Marvel already has done that. Marvel's been always pays attention to other competition, and they always base stuff off of things, and they look at it and they go, hey, guys, let's make it more like this, make more like that. And that's how you make a movie good sometimes.
I feel like, I bet you they pitched the vibe and stuff of Fantastic Four, and I bet you the people who run Disney were on the fence about it. I bet you 100%, because they hate new stuff like that.
What they need to do, honestly, and how they can like keep themselves afloat, it'll be 5 years from now, but like DC's already gonna have a great start to it. But I would love, honestly, I love both properties before they start into the new X-Men, because we're getting Doomsday and we're getting Secret War or Secret Invasion, Secret Wars. We're getting all that in like the next 2-3 years. Do those, knock them out. I feel like, because Secret War is supposed to be a big multiversal thing, clock it out, reset your universe a bit. You're introducing the next era of Marvel, supposed to be Fantastic Four, X-Men based. Before you introduce the new X-Men, make that world, because both of them I think are coming from another universe, make it comic booky based like DC's doing now.
I would love it.
And we have that with the X-Men. And imagine the X-Men in that
in
style.
Classic style.
And the thing is, if they go that route, if both worlds go that route, I can see it'd be a while. We'll probably be like in our 30s. But in our 30s,
where they get a crossover,
they would do a crossover.
That would be cool.
And little kid me, if 5-year-old me would finally see on the big screen, because they've never done it really, a DC Marvel movie crossover, my life is complete.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I could take my kid to that. I don't have a kid, obviously, but
I think, I've been thinking about it, and like I was saying, I think that the Disney execs are scared to try new things, because everything that they try fails, to be honest. Everything that they are like 100% supporting, they fail on, I feel like. I feel like Fantastic Four is a jump in what they're down to do, but I think they're going to see the success of this movie, and then I think Fantastic Four is going to come out, and they're going to see how good that movie goes, and then I think they're going to start doing stuff more like that.
I think so, because Fantastic Four...
By the way, this year's roster of movies... Also, your mic's super far away from me.
I'm doing that because I'm crunching paper.
Well, I think this year's roster of movies, just in general, by the way, I think we're getting a lot of really, really, really good movies.
Even with just, like, we did an episode on Thunderbolts.
It's really exciting.
And we did say it was kind of, like, underwhelming for us a little bit, but I still liked it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
The creativeness of movies we're getting this year, even what's left. I mean, like, we are still getting...
Man, Superman blew
so many
water.
August movies that are more smaller scale.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting some remakes. We're getting
Odyssey
next year.
Oh, is that next year?
Yeah. Funny enough, AMC just dropped. It's a little bit of movie news. AMC has already dropped reserving tickets like a day ago or something for Odyssey a year in advance.
That's a good idea, probably. I think it's gonna be a really good movie. I think people are gonna really like it. I love the Odyssey story.
If we still are doing Real Deal a year from now, I would love to do like a Christopher Nolan episode where we just
we should totally do it. I'd like to get back to the roots of our podcast where we're doing like multiple movies and stuff, but it's just kind of hard to do that. I feel like
I think what we should start doing.
Or we should focus on the shorter form content.
It's funny we're talking about it now. I think so too. Maybe make some shorts in our conversations, but also what I just think would be something we could really start doing, and I should really be doing this off record. Off record, Lois? Are you serious? Come on.
Off record? Come on, seriously.
But like, you know,
where's the freaking button?
I think it's just straight up like is doing if there's a week where the movies are not big topic movies, we schedule we just make sure we schedule what movies are coming out that we want to talk about, and then if let's say like Fantastic Four comes out after Fantastic Four, besides like maybe a small movie we care about seeing and keeping it short on, we need to focus on making an episode about the other
older
stuff.
movies and stuff,
older movies, or even just like, you know, like even Fantastic Four, like we aren't gonna be able to hit it because you'll be out of town and I got something going on this weekend, but like we should have done like we said, like these smaller form content videos about the other Fantastic Four movies. Sorry guys, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's just one of those things where we're both like doing like I'm not doing stuff that's necessarily important. It's just like stuff I need to do. Like,
but it's hard to kind of get ourselves in the same room.
Yeah, and also it's just like I don't know. The podcast, for anyone who listens to us, I appreciate you, of course. But just so you guys know, like we make the podcast as extra media, kind of. But we want to make it we would like to make it a thing where we do get it more scheduled out and stuff. But that's kind of why we're so lax on it for now, at least.
It's not our job, and unless we start, then not that we're giving it less effort. We really want to put more effort into it, but you know, it's really about balance of our lifestyles. Yeah. And then once we get our other thing going a bit more faster, if we do more with the podcast, we want to get different. But also, guys, feedback is important.
Yeah, of course.
If you guys want us to do like small short form content, or you have a movie in mind, or recommendations, man. I mean, listen, I still have the notes, Christian, from one idea we were talking about where it was like bad movies. So like Velocipaster and
yeah, dude, I'd love to do
funny
bad
enough,
movies.
I was listening to our episode because I'm a narcissist. I was listening to our episode, last episode about How to Train Your Dragon, and at the end we're talking about Megan. We did not do a Megan episode. I don't think
we should.
We should.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, we should just do one. I was thinking about if we did a
we can do a Megan episode.
I was thinking about
Megan
like
2.0.
doing maybe a short form, like super short form, like we do a movie review in like a minute, and like try to be as quick as possible, and just see if it works.
What, like for a short?
Yeah, and then doing like a vertical format for a reel.
We both hold our phones up and we just go, "Hey guys, this is Real Deal, and we're doing a minute review on blah 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 blah." That'd be cool, and maybe something we could also do out of theater reviews. Like if it's a movie we don't necessarily care about talking too big about, or if the movie's bad, like off record. I mean, not off record, but there's a movie coming out that I think we should go see that probably won't get talked about on the podcast in a big form. But if we wanted to do that, I think that'd be cooler. That's cool. So guys, you guys are hearing us making our
And
office moves
and
now,
I'm gonna be real, guys. It's either
and I'm deal.
what'll probably happen is I think we're gonna double down soon, but it's either we're gonna double down or we're gonna like
Slow down.
slow way down. Like it'll be like when we can, because
Yeah.
we've got another venture kind of going that we're really actually gonna try to like work on.
Like that's our big venture. Yeah.
But I would like to start doing. I mean, we have those road mics, or not road mics, but the like little ones that I have.
Oh, the lofts.
I mean, we could set up like go to the movie theater and like, and it's like, oh, it's a movie that I don't think we need to do a full episode of, like a real episode. We could call it like the rides home, and like we record with like the phone up, and like we're in the front seat of the car and we're just talking about the movie until we get back to the house. So they'd be like what 15 minutes max,
Like 8.
that'd be kind of
Like
cool.
the ride, real deal ride home, something like that. Like, yeah, that'd be cool. Because that way it's like, that's a real short form discussion, but not
Yeah.
keeping it short.
Yeah, and that would be like your immediate reaction. I think something like that would be cool.
We just would have to really work out
Yeah.
our thing about that. But yeah, let's do this the rest of it off record. I know we don't want to give too much away for the people, especially because
Yeah.
this past 5 minutes have been not Superman.
That's
So
true.
let me let's end the subject on Superman, and we will cut it off here, folks. First of all, those in the comments, let us know your favorite Superman movie, character, interpretation, TV show, whatever. But for Christian, if you could be Superman for a day, what power would you choose? And also, what villain would you fight?
I would choose the power to shoot a smaller version of me, a little smaller Superman. And
That's not a Superman thing.
that is a real Superman power.
It is?
That's a real. That's from a comic, like
wow.
a real Superman power. But I'd probably choose. I'm gonna get one of his powers for a day.
I'll give you 2.
2 super strength, super flight,
Cool.
or whatever, because he's got good flight.
His flight's fast. What's your villain? Who you fighting? Using that stuff to fight.
Oh man, I'm not as durable as Superman.
No, you're you.
Obviously, yeah, but I have super strength.
You'll have a little bit more durability, but not Superman durability.
Yeah. Enough to like if I like fly fast.
Mr. Terrific
die.
durability.
Okay.
A little bit of enhanced.
Who could I fight? I'm trying to think. I've got Superman's strength, but like if I fought Doomsday and Doomsday punched me, I would just die because I don't have Superman's durability.
Yeah, he'd put a hole in you.
I don't know.
What is a simple answer you're not picking?
Lex would just kill me.
Yeah, but it depends if Lex has the suit. It's just because he's just normal.
If instead of flight, I choose durability and super strength, and then I'm fighting Doomsday until I die.
Okay, that's fair.
And it's got to be snowing whenever we fight, so I can die bleeding out in the snow.
Like a cool
Blade Runner style,
or at the beginning of the movie. I would say my 2 crypto. My 2 powers would probably be flight, because who wouldn't want flight? Sorry, bro. And honestly,
who you picking and not dying? You got to have durability at least.
I think I want to go.
You could just die to a gun if you were shot. If you don't have Superman's durability,
I'd probably go heat vision. That or super breath, but I'd probably go heat vision. I'll go super breath. So I have flight and super breath. I will fight. See, I'm more of a nerd. I want to fight. Oh gosh, I think literally her name is like Pyro or Pyrokineta or something like that. Like it's like she's like a fire character. Or maybe her name is just like fire or something like that. But I guess because I don't know her name, I will go Parasite, even though he's a pretty bad dude.
I do Superman's.
I'll fight
flight.
Jimmy Olsen.
I do.
He's
his
not a
flight.
villain, but he steals my papers.
I do Superman's flight and his strength, and I fight Mr. Mixie Pitalik.
Oh my goodness, he would literally just snap his fingers and.
No. It's always fair. It's always fair. He always does it in a way that's like.
You play him in chess.
It's like a game always. It's never like I'm just gonna kill you.
Yeah. Actually, I want X-ray vision and super breath, and I want to fight Darkseid.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Yeah,
Um,
he punches you one time and then you go, "Ugh," and then you die.
no, because he'd bring me back to life.
He don't mega beam you to death.
That's scary. I
It
watched in the
is.
movie. It's scary too. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hearing us talk about Superman. I'm sorry we didn't go too much in depth about it, but we both just liked the movie.
It's one of those movies where also I just don't want to pick
Pick it apart.
I just don't want to pick it apart because there's really nothing to pick
Because
apart.
also so many people are gonna pick it apart, and sometimes with stuff like this, like we're not also like a crazy video essay group, and if we had gripes about it or critiques about it, we did talk about some stuff like the color grading, everything, things that really amazed us. But for this movie, it was just like the movie, like the character.
The
Terrific.
best service you can do to yourself is honestly go watch it. It's worth the movie theater price.
It's also go see a new Superman movie.
I
Feel
know
your
that it's
kid self again.
It's kind of hard to be like go watch a theater movie because of how expensive it is. But genuinely, I think this is something
the
worth.
Regal Pass though.
Do not give them an ad spot.
Those in the Nashville, Knoxville area, get yourself the Regal Cinema Pass.
We're not sponsored by Regal. I say don't get it.
To $30. You have it.
Okay, but I have it because I have a podcast about movies.
A month. If you like to see more than two movies, you're instantly making your tickets back today.
Okay, so I was real and he was deal, and this was Superman keeping it short. I had to cut him off.
Bye. I'm gonna go Lex Luthor now.
You're gonna shave your head again?
I didn't make the podcast to. I didn't hate you and then wanted to make the podcast. I made the podcast so I could hate you. Christian Wilson.
I
He's
saw
not a man.
I saw a video. It was like doing an obscure like Superman thing, and it was just he had to follow A1 and he put his across the face and A1.
Thank you so much for watching. I've been Cooper.
I've been Christian.
And this was The Real
Deal.
Podcast.
See you later.